I love Star Trek, which is why I hate bats.
Yes?
Have you been helped? Oh, I get it. It's the whole ghost of Christmas yet to come kind of thing. I see what you're doing there. Cute.
Well, it's not like I could appear as some sort of formless woman or a fat, jolly ginger with a beard.
So what exactly are you getting at, Pater?
Is there something you're trying to tell us?
Look, I'm here to finally convince you that you need to stop liking Smallville.
Is this really the most productive use of your time?
The show's a joke. You've already covered Silver Banshee's Bed and Breakfast, The Weather Girls, Softcore Lana, and of course the Fat Vampire. Name one episode of this awful show that has any real dramatic weight.
Oh, that's easy to do, but you gotta watch it with us.
I don't wanna.
It's about Christmas ghosts!
Fine.
This is S&M Lexmas.
It's in the singing of a street corner choir. It's going home and getting warm by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas.
A cup of kindness that we share with another, a sweet reunion with a friend or a brother.
In all the places you find love, it feels like Christmas. It is the season of the heart, a special time of caring, the ways of love made clear. It is the season of the spirit, the message if we hear it is make it last all year.
We begin the episode in Granville, Kansas. The only TV show to ever feature Granville, Kansas.
Wait, is that a real place?
Who cares, Kim?
Well, I do! Look, it's a librarian's disease thing. Just, it'll bother me until I find out, so you guys just keep doing your thing. I'm going to consult my sources, don't worry.
Lex arrives to sappy Christmas music, heavy rain instead of snow, and we find out it's Christmas Eve. He's meeting with a professional mudslinger, I guess, the guy who digs up the dirt on the other candidate, because he's in an election against Jonathan Kent. Can Jonathan Kent beat Lex Luthor?
Maybe.
Give me 24 hours. The old man wouldn't hesitate. Before I go down the path you're proposing, I want to consider all of my options.
Okay, it looks like Granville is an entirely fictional town, and apparently created by the Smallville writers specifically for the show, since the first two entries on Google for it are the Smallville Wiki. It's been mentioned not only in this episode, but also in...
Who cares?
After a mugging, Lex gets shot and... he wakes up next to his wife, Lana, and their son.
Oh, I don't remember. What happened?
Come on, Dad.
Pancakes. You promised Alice pancakes. And then you're gonna go shopping for a treat.
Lana Lang, or rather Lana Luthor, is pregnant.
Pregnant?
Not only that, she's actually a likable human being.
No wonder Lex is freaking out.
And apparently Lana uses the same brand of peach scrub that I do. Or maybe Lex does. Maybe that's how he keeps his head shiny.
And here's Lex's dead mother, Lily Luthor, to explain the metaphysical setup.
It is real, Lex. As real as you want it to be. All of this can be yours if you make the right choices.
Yeah. When she's blurry in the background there, she kind of looks like Jesse Eisenberg.
Because that is paradoxical.
Oh.
Those movies really get to you on a deep level, don't they?
Maybe.
Meanwhile, Lex Luthor bleeds out in Granville. And we don't need to hear any more about that city, Kim.
But I have references.
Meanwhile, at the Kent farm...
Besides, we have enough politicians with their hands in the cookie jar.
Martha! Look, I know you're not sold on the whole idea of me running for state senate.
Not sold would be an understatement.
Remember, we work for the professor and we've been gone 6 months.
Clark and his new girlfriend, Lana Lang, are getting ready for the Christmas party tonight.
It's usually just me and Nell at Christmas.
But I ditched your body in the quarry 2 towns over, so...
Then Chloe calls.
Hi, Chloe.
Chloe Sullivan. Moment killer. Meanwhile, in Granville, I guess, Lex has been found and taken to the hospital there. But he's busy in his mind having his whole Christmas Carol experience.
Wait for your father. Come on!
Okay, this moment is already making the episode for me because watching the sinister Lex Luthor deal with being a dad is pretty amusing. We come back to a bunch of exposition for Lex.
Lex, it's been 7 years since your father cut up your platinum card. I think it's time to embrace the middle-class lifestyle.
Lex position! Ow!
Lex and his son go Christmas tree shopping and see Clark and Chloe.
And here's some more Lex position. Ha! Joke's on you! That leg's already numb from the last gunshot!
Apparently Lex has become a corporate whistleblower and Chloe has written a whole book about it.
So cold.
Back at the hospital, Lionel Luthor comes in, famed magnificent bastard that he is, and hears that Lex is going to survive, but he's going to be crippled. In response, Lionel demands a risky procedure that could kill Lex, but that he will be able to walk again. And at the Daily Planet, in real life, as much as Smallville can be real life, Chloe's in charge of the local toy drive.
The Teamsters are on strike on Christmas Eve.
So instead of calling FedEx, you called me?
You realize it's a lot to ask, but I mean, you do run faster than a speeding bullet.
Really? I repeat my question from last time. How have these morons kept Clark's secret for so long?
Clark agrees to be Santa for her.
Welcome's aboard, Scab. Come on, I'll introduce you to your Scab co-workers you'll be scabbing with.
This isn't Toys for Tots, it's Toys R Us.
Okay, that one's a little funny. You get that one, Smallville.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Come on, it's not like Clark has a home in the Arctic, wears red, flies around doing good, and holy crap!
How is he actually getting into these houses?
I've mapped out all your points of entry.
Dude, what kind of hero takes cookies meant for Santa? Oh. You win again, Smallville.
You're not Santa Claus.
You snot-nosed little boy or girl.
The being in question points out a nearby suicidal mall Santa, also known as a mall Santa. Clark goes to talk with the suicidal man, and this might be a classy reference to All-Star Superman, issue number 10, where he talked a woman down from suicide, and it was actually a very famous, touching moment. Certainly better than this one.
Would you really have let her fall? Good night, officer.
They discuss the loss of the Christmas spirit and how the world is
take, bitch. What happened to Christmas?
And it's not bad. It's been done 1,000 times, but it's not a bad conversation.
The spirit of Christmas is dead.
And it smells like a beat in its pants.
It's gonna take a lot more than Santa Claus to revive it.
Wait a minute. He's been in the Smallville hospital all along? So they found him bleeding out in Granville and drove him all the way up the road to Smallville to treat him?
Well, that's just logic. And so, since the doctor refuses to do the risky procedure, Lionel has Lex flown out to a specialist in Metropolis. It's alright, Lex, I have the perfect prescription for you.
My very own recipe of steroids and toxins.
Meanwhile, back in his hairless brain, Lex arrives back home and it turns out he bought the biggest tree on the lot.
It's a pretty rainy day in December.
Doesn't Kansas get snow in winter? Maybe it's a warm front. Lex talks about his joyless childhood. We've seen bits of it before.
And it was exactly like the ones I dreamed about all the years I couldn't have one.
It's the same thing that you tell me every year.
And I'm getting so tired of it. I'm leaving you, Lex. I can't take the tree stories anymore.
Apparently Lona is Counselor Troy. This fits. And even more backstory.
No, I'll be good.
Apparently this is the future, and this shooting was a turning point for Lex, but then because he turned his life around, Lionel disowned him. Back in reality, Santa is recalling Clark's story. You know, the one we saw at the beginning of the episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is in case you were in the can for the first half of the movie.
You gave up your first Christmas with the girl you have loved since you spied on her through your telescope.
Dude, Clark, weird enough you're telling this guy your life story. Did you have to include the voyeurism?
I guess I was wrong. The spirit of Christmas isn't dead after all.
Wow. Who would have thought that Lex Luthor's It's a Wonderful Life meets A Christmas Carol subplot would be the less sugary one?
And the more believable one.
Santa falls off the roof, Clark engages his digital effects lab, and is able to save him.
Holy cow!
Merry Christmas.